Hi guys, a question. Should Eton be a prescribed organisation? So Jacob Rees Mogg, former Tory, former government minister, appeared on NewsNight for some reason where he was talking about small boat crossings, and he doesn't seem to understand the difference between Belgium and France. Have a listen to this.
It's ridiculous that people in peril in French waters are pushed over into English waters. This is French connivance in getting as many illegal immigrants over to us as it possibly can. They've got a very big problem themselves.
Are you saying Emmanuel Macron is on the same side as the smuggling gangs?
I'm saying the French are not dealing with this properly, and they get hundreds of millions of pounds from us. The Belgians do it much more effectively. The Belgian success rate of stopping boat crossings is very high. The French is very low. They're offering an escort service.
Because fewer crossings start in Belgium.
Well, fewer crossings in Belgium because they're less likely to succeed. Success breeds success in this way for law enforcement. But the French seem to be completely cavalier about it. They don't really care, and they're milking us for all they can get. I think we should be very clear with them. We're not going to give them more money unless they start doing this properly and not doing the taxi service element, which is such a racket.
Okay, Rosie.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so first of all, the reason that there are fewer crossings from Belgium is because Belgium has a shorter coastline. Look at it on a map. France has a much longer coastline. So, of course, you're going to have more crossings from there. But also, there are hubs for crossing in France. They don't really exist in Belgium. So, very few people are crossing from Belgium. More people are crossing from France. And because fewer are crossing from Belgium, it's easier to quote-unquote smash the gangs. It's easier to monitor that because you have smaller numbers. It's not you have smaller numbers because the Belgians are doing more. The Belgians are doing more because there are smaller numbers. France is a much longer coastline. What do they teach in Eton? Now, this idea that, well, what we need to do is stop giving money to the French and this will result in them stopping the gangs. Look, I keep coming back to this point. People will go from France to Britain irrespective of what the French are doing. Even if you brought all the people back, the very next day they would jump on another boat. They don't want to stay in France. If you truly want to stop the boats, and Zoe Gardner has mentioned this on a number of occasions, you create a safe route. That would stop the boat crossings. That would truly smash the gangs because there'd be no incentive for the smugglers to try and get people across the channel. That's the way to do it. But nobody wants to talk about that. They want to talk about, well, we need to give the French more money to stop them, or we need to stop giving the French money, or we need to go after the gangs in Belgium, in France, in Germany, or wherever the dinghies are being transported from. This is not working because there's an incentive for people to engage in this smuggling if there isn't a safe route for the people who want to get to the UK. If you create a safe route, then it will pretty much disappear overnight because the business model will be destroyed. If you maintain a lack of a safe route, for a better choice of words, you're going to maintain that business model. Jacob Rees Mogg used to be the business secretary. Does he not understand how businesses work? If you create a market, somebody will fill that market. Well, what we do is we destroy the market by creating a safe route. Unfortunately, the Conservatives and to a lesser extent Labour are not interested in actually fixing this problem. They want to maintain this problem. And a big problem for the Conservatives is that the more they talk about immigration, the more they talk about small boats, all they're doing is helping Reform UK. Which begs the question, when is Jacob Rees Mogg going to defect to Reform? I have a feeling that he will at some stage. Perhaps he's holding off because he's waiting for an offer, or he's checking to see if Reform are really going to be a true power in the next Parliament. But I have a feeling that he's about to jump ship at some stage. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.